night on the town wouldn't do us any harm. Overnight on the town wouldn't do us any harm. Overnight on the town wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old. We'll roll the old. We'll roll the old. And we'll all hang on behind.
Right here, welcome.
Now it's start.
Welcome to the Snake Pit, episode 30.
Dang, this is Pirate Radio.
Schmurdy.
Pirate. Oh, shit.
Pirate Radio.
My bad.
On a Friday night. Shout out to you boys.
Bro, we changed it up. We're on a Friday night. How do y'all like it?
I like it better. I like having Thursday free.
It's a lot less stressful. It's a lot less stressful not having to worry about Friday. On today's Friday.
That's why I went all out and got the 12-pack of Shiner.
Yeah, dude. I kind of want to do these on Friday because I want to go to comedy nights on Thursdays. Thanks for the liquid.
So
I am sober today.
Y'all want to migrate over to
We'll go over to Friday nights.
Friday nights?
Yeah. We can go to Friday nights.
Yeah, because I'm going to be sober, so fuck it.
It'll be fun.
That makes sense. Do y'all always want to do it this late, though?
Maybe not. I guess we'll play it by ear. It just depends.
Cool.
I was pretty busy today.
Yeah, I'm always going to vote early.
But yeah, for sure. I understand. But hey, shout out to Rattlesnake Roy for being sober mostly until last night.
Sure. Even right now, you're not drinking no beers, though.
No, after last night, I've declared that I'm going to drink Thanksgiving, maybe one day in December, and then I'm going to go all of January.
Dang.
So talk a little bit about your drinking habit and talk a little bit about the benefits.
Something in your eye.
Yeah, dude, my eyes been fucked up.
Yeah, he
all day.
did. He had something in his eye.
You got pink eye?
No, I cut it. I think a leaf flew in it and it scratched it. But anyways,
Oh, man.
what were you saying?
Now I was going to say,
I need to wear
He needs an iPad.
I need to wear an iPad.
Get him an iPad.
speak a little bit on, I guess, the pitfalls of alcohol is what I'm asking you. Because, okay, we look like we were promoting it. And
I would see. That's the thing. I would love to.
oh, okay, yeah, if you're getting paid. But I'm talking about, okay, you mentioned that we have a younger audience. Sometimes there's younger kids watching, right? So it makes you wonder, like, okay, what is the image that I'm putting off? Because there's so much of it visually. And to us, I don't know, I always had the mentality of like, nobody's watching, fuck it, let's just have fun. Right? Because I feel like being as authentic and genuine as possible is kind of the recipe. But also, just think if there's a picture of us, we look like alcoholics.
Go look at my Instagram. All of my pictures of me with beer.
Yeah.
There's not a single one. There's not a single one where I don't have beer. But
and flipping off the camera.
It's
Yeah.
I'm not trying to overthink it. I'm just saying, like, I think that we should at least address it and just say, I guess, what we want to say about it. Because I feel like I have something to say about it.
address it. First and foremost, don't get me wrong. I love alcohol. I love it. I love being drunk. But I think I had enough of it for a while. I reached my limit for the year, like in October.
It's because you overindulge, you think?
I don't know how to not. Every time I drink, I'll get drunk. I don't know how to just chill on the drinking. So
Yeah.
and I was telling your wife, like I wouldn't drink every day, but when I drink on the weekends, I'd probably drink 90 to 100 beers in the weekend, and that's not even including all the liquor.
That's a lot of beers, my dude.
A lot of beer, and I was like,
It's too much.
and then I'm doing the no porn November, no nog November. That's also been a challenge.
You're conquering yourself right now.
Dude. And
I'm proud
No
of you, son.
what?
no nog pornography.
No, okay.
And last weekend I think I went through a little depression because I was not boozing.
Dude.
It fucking sucked. And then, but once I went over it, like this whole week, I felt great. It's like I really like being sober.
Have you ever thought about fasting?
I do fast. I don't eat in the morning.
No, but like, would you ever go like on a 2 or 3 day
If I wasn't working outside, I would try to go 24 hours.
Yeah.
See if I could do it.
Because I've heard when you fast, let's say like for a 5-day fast,
I couldn't do that.
I've heard for like, I guess that third day it hits, like your body's reacting weird to it because it's already eating up the toxins.
Oh, I would be dead, bro.
It's eating up.
But during that,
5 hours.
But during that, they're drinking like coffee, right?
Coffee, water,
tea, and water.
Yeah, with no sugar
And looking like
I would
shit,
do
I bet.
I would do a 24-hour fast with just water.
But I think all of
try
us
that.
need like a 2 to 5 day fast. Like if you
Dude,
can.
this is
do it.
why I wanted Chris to go no nog November. It really has changed my mind. I've like
Hold on, you're talking about fasting from food?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
I just
food
meant
and
cleanse.
drink. I mean,
I just meant
yeah.
cleanse in
Nothing-
general.
Well, you're talking about porn.
I'm talking about everything actually.
You're talking about dopamine.
Yes, it's
All dopamine.
detox.
it's
Dopamine
been,
detox. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Dude, I don't even sexualize women anymore like the way it was. It's been a fucking radical shift. I know what porn does. This is what porn does in your mind.
Uh-huh.
And I've had like a radical shift. If I have to cut this part out, I will. The women are interesting now. Like I'm enjoying being sober. And I've also, there's been some people that have died and I've been thinking about that shit. It's been weird, but
Yeah.
I've enjoyed being sober.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna try to go for until the end of January, but I'm really thinking about trying a year of no booze. A year, but I got to figure out how to go out and do things without booze because that's the next
It's
step.
tough.
That's how.
Drink Coke.
Well, there
Such
was
a part of the
Do
culture.
coke?
No, not at all.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Well, I mean, I know you don't drink
I'm not a
Cokes,
fan,
but
man.
there was times where like I would want to go out, but I didn't want to drink. So what I would do was either do just a Coke and make him dress it look like it was like a Jack and Coke, and then I would also do what like Tito's or not Tito's,
Well, I don't even
not
necessarily mean
Tito's,
the bar.
Topo Chico.
I
in
mean,
mine.
like any event. I don't know how to do anything without drinking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn that. Having sex without drinking. I'm trying to learn that. I'm really trying to learn all these things.
Yeah, I would say
It's
that's a
fucking-
habit you
I bet that's
gotta.
pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
That's a habit you gotta break because,
Yeah.
there'll be
You can't do
time.
it forever.
That's the
Can't
thing.
do it
Also,
forever.
I
Yeah.
don't want to do it forever.
No, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
good. It's not a good thing.
Because you got to learn how to do things without.
There's got to be
you
some
know-
moderation.
Well, at your house was actually a good test for me because
Whoa.
you guys were all drinking and I didn't drink. I was
Yep.
like, that was the first time in my life I think I've ever done that.
Oh, at his house.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, I can actually be around people and have fun without drinking. And
Right,
we did a
but-
podcast. It was cool.
And then he got to observe how fucking stupid everybody
Yeah, it
looks
was kind of funny.
when they're drunk and you're not.
Yeah, I
Dude,
noticed
it's a
how
wild
quickly
thing,
people
huh?
change. I didn't realize that.
Dude. In a good or a bad way?
It depends on the person.
Interesting way, mostly.
What about me? Is it good or bad?
Well, I can tell when you're drunk because you don't even drink like that. So when you drink, I know when you're under the influence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Going down with the shit.
Yeah.
I've always been really good at moderating my drinking.
Mhm.
And
wish I was.
I think it comes from being younger and partying too hard and getting sick.
Mhm.
But I'm the kind of person I can drink 2 beers and stop.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
every once in a while I'll get drunk. It'll take about 5 beers and I'm pretty drunk. I usually don't drink more than 5. If I do, then I kind of turn to an asshole. I kind of get mean. I'm not a good drunk.
I think I've been around you once drunk.
Was it bad?
Like drunk. Well, yeah, you were being an asshole. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
go into detail, but it was
Yeah.
funny at the moment. But now I think about it, it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I was being an asshole. That's what happens when I get too drunk. But anyway,
Moderation. That's the moderation.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Comes back
learn. I'm trying to
moderation,
learn
yeah.
that.
so sobriety is the best thing, and that's why, the saying "shit, don't be like me, be like Mike." I like that saying because I always wanted people, whether they were my younger relatives or whatever, I would try to influence them to be better than me.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit hypocritical to try to tell these kids like, don't smoke, don't
I'm never
drink,
gonna say that. By the way,
don't do this, don't do
I'm not
that.
gonna
Whenever I'm
advocate
doing
for
it
anything.
myself,
just learn your limits.
yeah.
Don't drink and drive. That's all I say when it comes to alcohol. Just don't drink
Yeah.
and drive.
But if there was anything I could tell any kid on and honestly mean it, it's like sobriety is the best thing for you. If you're not traumatized to the point that you have to use drugs to cope, then don't.
I know it sounds corny, but it's like being like a different type of high for me was being sober. I was like,
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't know I was under the influence that much. Like I know it sounds silly, 10 days, but I was like,
Yeah.
this is a whole new
I
world,
feel it.
man.
Did y'all drink in high school?
Hell
did.
yeah, that's when I started.
Yeah, that's when I
didn't-
started.
I didn't drink at all
I
until I,
started
was
drinking.
21.
I started drinking
What
in
the
middle school.
hell?
So
I
you're
had my
21.
first beer when I was 12,
That's what's up.
and then I started drinking at 14.
Yes, bro. I was drinking at 12, bro.
Yeah, me too. I started drinking in middle school.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
had
had
It was kind of fun.
I
back
had
then, though.
sips, but I never went to like parties and like was drinking. I never did.
My
I never even got the chance to go to parties.
Yeah.
I was just like around like family and stuff like that. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
my friend was the king of throwing parties, and that was the worst thing for me because every weekend we were throwing parties, running from the cops. It was actually
Yeah.
kind of fun.
that was fun. We did
But
a lot of that too.
I had a lot of
lot of
good
cops
times and a lot
Because there's a
bad times.
curfew, right? In small
Yeah.
towns, 12 o'clock.
Well, just because we were being loud, so the cops would come. We were 18 at this point, but
Yeah.
they would love to raid us, but
You're
never
hilarious.
could.
It's so fun when you're that age and you get alcohol, and it's a whole different experience than what it is now.
Yeah, for sure. Not a good one. Not a good one.
Not a good one.
Yeah, I wonder
back
what
then, I had a
wonder what
lot of
it's
fun.
like to be a kid now, because I had a lot of fun too when I
Well,
was.
no, I'm saying I had a blast.
You saying it's not fun now?
It's not fun like thinking about like Gavin getting into that. For me,
Oh, yeah.
As long as he's not drinking and
we go
driving.
hard.
You just said a good example.
Is
You'd
that
be
not
aight.
safe? Like if he's not doing hard drugs and he's not drinking and driving, then you're good. You know. That's what I think about it.
It's scary.
And if he's
bro.
having
It's
sex,
just-
if he's having sex, at least if he's wearing a condom, then you're good. Do bad things, but be smart about the bad things you do. Damn it!
I love the
Dude,
all I
chill about
But
it.
it's
That's
good.
all I
Not,
can tell people.
it's good to have accountability though,
Yeah.
because nothing will give you accountability like your children, because they're literally right there watching you and what you do, and they don't have a filter, so they call you out on your bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Like for me, I'm so hypocritical about Dr. Pepper because my kids don't drink soda. My kids drink water. And
man.
my youngest has never had a soda, and she's 7.
Oh god.
But she wants one so bad. And I told her she can't have soda till she's 18. She sees me drinking it, and I'm like, "Be better than me, babe."
I think drinking Cokes as a child really sparked my anxiety.
Think so?
It took me a long time to realize that, and coffee.
I drank so many
it
Cokes
fucked
as a
me
kid.
I
up.
love
It fucked
Cokes
my
as a
anxiety
kid.
up. That's
We
why
used
I'm
to get
drinking
the,
now.
the cheap ones that say cola, the blue in the blue can.
I like Mr. Pibb from Tinseltown. Those are the best. I was wondering if he was gonna hear that.
That Dr. Pepper
Look at
stuff.
this motherfucker.
Yeah, always.
Yes, bro. I'm here. I'm here.
That's his
The
crack.
women are gonna be there when
That's
you're
Chris's
done.
crack right there.
This is not my crack. This is my job. Somebody's asking about an order.
Dang, he in business don't quit.
But you know,
He's an entrepreneur, man.
my family never got on to me about like in high school. They never like demonized like drinking or like smoking it, but I still didn't like was never tempted. I think that's a big reason why.
Did they drink and party? Your parents?
Not really.
I grew up around
my
it.
dad.
That's what happened with me. I grew up around it.
My dad really does never really drink.
Yeah.
But
That's good.
but I was never the type, like it never interested me at that time.
Oh, dude, I've always been interested in being and drinking.
No.
I've romanticized it since I was a child.
Why?
I don't know. I just have.
Because you see the adults do it. You see the adults
and then
do
it
it.
turned into like
Yeah.
rock stars doing it. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, because what you liked. Yeah,
I want to
you
be
like
drunk.
But I will say this: the first, but I will say this: the
anymore.
first time I smoked a cigarette, I was like 12.
You're 12.
Yeah,
I remember when smoking a cigarette for the first time. I got so buzzed. It was awesome.
How old were you?
I think it was 14.
Dude, I don't like that buzz, bro. I feel
fucking
buzz.
love it.
Y'all want to hear my story about smoking a cigarette for the first time?
What are you forced to?
I was like 4 years old. It's one of my earliest memories. And the lady that lived next door to us smoked a lot of cigarettes. So there was all these cigarette butts in the yard.
Yeah.
And I remember it was my sister and I. She's 1 year older than me. And we were squatted down in front of the car. And we're trying to get it lighted. And I just remember getting it lighted and she got it lighted and she inhaled and she just started coughing her ass off. And she just threw it down, started crying, took off running. And so I picked it up and took a little hit off of it. And I just thought it looked cool to blow smoke out.
That's what
You
I
know,
yeah.
and I grew up around a lot of smokers. My grandpa's a smoker. My mom was a smoker. I hate cigarettes.
Gotcha.
So,
How many siblings do you have? 2? 3?
Uh,
4, 5?
I have three.
How many do you have?
I have 3 sisters,
Too many.
Shout out to
two
Trey.
brothers,
Shout out to my brother Trey.
5.
Damn.
Holy shit, Carmen,
I think I've met your sister.
and the others.
One of
My sisters are wild.
one. Do they both have a lot of kids?
Kinda. No,
Who's the one with the black kid? I met her.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, I met her before.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zach too.
Shout out to my siblings. My siblings are wild, man. I love them, but
Dude,
it hasn't
I wish
been
I
easy
had
to
that,
love
bro.
them.
Are you like the black sheep in your family, but in a different way?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you are looking super swaggy today.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that compliment. I got my moccasins on.
Dude, shout out to those, dude.
Bro.
It's like Brad Pitt.
Bro, made Roy queef over here.
Fuck you.
He got some air in his coochie last night. Jim pegged him. Just kidding. Damn it, Roy.
Not a pig. I would never do that.
Set me up.
Finger up the ass might be a little different.
Little finger in the booty.
Not getting pegged. No.
Anyway, back to the not gay shit.
I'm pretty open to anything.
So-
It's not gay if it's your girlfriend or your wife.
Oh no. I was talking about the pegging. That's the gay
Oh,
shit.
that is gay.
Yeah.
That's gay.
all right. Back on it.
when
But-
was? Or go ahead.
Straight up, you do look swaggy right now.
Oh, thanks,
Like
dude.
the outfit is working for you. It's legit.
Yeah.
It looks dope. You look like off-duty golfer.
Hey, you know what's crazy? It's crazy as I'm dope in real life. That's the difference.
Yes.
No, it's
You
a
are.
trip. Anyway.
I had a good time at the party that we had. last
Oh
Sunday.
yeah.
Do it again this
Steaks were
Sunday.
good.
Dude.
Oh yeah, we
steaks
got
were so good.
Snakesgiving. When's Snakesgiving again? Sunday.
I bought the turkey right now.
What time?
Whenever Chris is available to go to his house.
I know. Well, the shop closes at 5. So I was thinking maybe like 6, hopefully 7, if y'all okay with it. Only because I want to make sure that the house is clean. It's not looking crazy.
Just know, I mean, the food will be ready by then, so whenever.
Cool. As long as the food's ready, I don't think it matters that we start at 7 if the food's already ready.
But I have some
Okay.
other people coming if that's cool.
Who's coming?
You met Tyler, actually.
Sleep quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think you
You
have
get
to
your
when you do
feelings
your
hurt a lot.
business. When it comes to like your fucking
For
art,
real, no,
when it comes to your like,
as a friend, this is all I'm telling
when
you.
it
It's like,
comes to your
you need
heart,
to toughen up, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just let it be.
just let it be.
You good, Chris?
Yeah, no, because listen, it's not
good,
none of
Chris?
your business what other people do, like to reciprocate.
Right.
Because
and
then
we're back. This is
your
important.
gesture is invalid. Your gesture is invalid if you do it with any of the spirit of like, I hope this is reciprocated, because that's not a genuine gesture. That's why I'm the kind of person, unless I like that shit, I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Right. Yeah.
Because if I do fuck with it, then you know I genuinely like it,
Yeah.
right? So all I'm telling you is like,
I think that's why I respected that you didn't buy that.
if you
Palestine
wanted
shirt.
some shit like, oh, that's dope, I gotta have it, then only move on. That's how I move. I'm not saying you should. I only move on things. It's like, okay, yeah, I would wear that. I'm not gonna get guilted into doing anything because that's manipulation,
Okay.
and it's just bad energy.
Yeah, I was pushing the Hella Sauce shirt, obviously, and that's why I kind of respected that. You're like, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not gonna buy it.
I told him, and I knew y'all wanted me to,
Alright.
and it's just like, man, I wouldn't wear
I
that.
respect.
There's nothing in my closet that looks anything like that. I appreciate what y'all
Very heavy
did.
metal.
It's cool.
I appreciate
It's
what
cool as
y'all
fuck,
did,
but
and I
it
think it's
isn't your
badass.
style
Like,
at all.
who else is doing that in the city?
Yeah.
Right.
Who else is doing collabs?
They're
like
gonna
that?
be doing that now.
It's fucking dope as shit. Like,
They're
hey,
gonna
People.
and you know,
ridiculous.
fucking
I don't know. It's like
motherfuckers.
whenever
Do you though?
when
Do
you genuinely got some sauce, and you get like a little bit of magic going, like we got, we don't even realize it.
I don't want to get a big head about
Because
it, but
it's
it's
just
starting
natural.
to come to fruition now.
It's but it's just
It
kind of
really
starts to
is.
come natural, and
It really is.
you can't get lost in the sauce. That means you can't believe the hype, and you can't listen to the critics, because the critics are the haters that are jealous that they're not included in what you're doing, because everybody wants to be included, especially when it comes to something that seems so simple like a podcast, because everybody thinks that they should be a guest on your podcast because they're so interesting, and then you get them in front of a microphone and they don't know how to talk.
It frees up, bro.
Yeah.
Should have
the
done that a
worst,
long
bro.
time ago when I was desperate for guests. That's all I say.
Yeah.
Now the things are
Do you get that
different.
a lot though?
Now things are different.
But do you?
No, I'm just being honest.
My
Now
boy
things are,
Roy's on the up and up.
things are different now.
Hey,
you know?
Bradley's asking you a question.
Yes,
But,
sir, I
but
was
does,
gonna-
but does that happen where people hit you up saying they want to do the podcast, but you're like, I do not want to interview this person?
Yeah, and then but I'm like, I call them on the bullshit. I'm like, all right, come on, let's do it. And then I think they just want to be felt like, hey, can I be on? Like,
When's
yeah,
the
come on.
last time we've interviewed someone and you're like, this guy's full of shit?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
But that's
But would you say that, you know, so pretty much so far you're pretty glad the way you've like picked guests where you kind of know who to go to or not?
Yeah, but I also don't. I feel like what Swag was saying applies to this. It's not my job to not, if you're gonna come on here and be full of shit, then that's on you. I'm just gonna ask you questions that I normally ask everybody. If you're portraying it and
Yeah.
everybody picks up on it, that's on you, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That ain't on me.
You can't fake.
I did my job.
You
know?
can't fake the funk,
Yeah,
son.
so
fake
I'm
it's kind of
excited,
good
bro.
that people do that. 'Cause,
People try.
you're being genuine, but
Right.
you just don't got it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Doug from Rouse.
Yeah, me too. Next week it's that guy and Keenan Ward.
Damn.
My boy
Yeah,
Roy
but-
is on the up and up.
Dude.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Roy.
The owner of Rouse. I've known him for a little while.
Yeah.
And he, and I bought a few records the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, do you do podcasts? And he's like, me? No, I don't record. And I was like, no, like, do you ever like go on one? He goes, no, never have. And I was like, well, would you be willing to be interviewed? And he goes, yeah, sure. And he gave me his number. And then
That's what's
Nice.
up.
I scheduled for this Monday. He said,
So he's like the founder and all of it.
no. So he he bought it from a guy named who is Ralph. He retired, so he took over it.
Okay.
So he's in charge of everything. So everything that they, everything they bring and all that.
I'm glad Lubbock has a store like that.
He's the one that picks the music. So
It's a pretty cool store.
Bro, that's dope. That's super exciting.
It
Now
is
you get to
exciting.
pick his brain.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited.
That'll be
It's gonna
fun.
be fun.
Will you please rock a season 3 shirt of some kind?
Yeah, I will. You got to remind me, but I will.
Okay, cool.
I normally do anyway.
Nah, he still got to debut that badass hoodie.
Oh yeah.
I did. I've been wearing it.
No, he did wear it. He wore it on the last one.
And
Oh, you did?
The first episode I ever, when I bought it, I think we recorded the next day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it hasn't dropped yet. It
Yeah.
hasn't dropped yet. Yeah.
It's out. It's out already. So. Oh no! You're talking about the episode hasn't dropped yet.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that one's
okay.
gonna come out probably tomorrow.
Dude,
Or-
nice.
What's today? Oh,
Which
today's
one?
Friday.
Dude, I watched
With me
the
and
one.
Jim.
Dude, even the one of you in the 806er, bro. was
Did
so-
you like that one?
Yeah, bro, it's nice.
I
was
was
a
so
really good
happy
podcast.
how good that one came out, even though
Bro, you've been on a roll, man. It's been nice to be here.
there's
Yeah.
no even though.
That was a really good podcast. Hey, if anybody who's listening now hasn't seen that one, go check it out. It's episode 210
yeah, that's
with Previs.
he dropped some gems in that one.
Yeah. There's only one thing that was a little disappointing when you asked him like who's ready to get signed right now.
Uh-huh.
And he said he couldn't come up with one name. I got to speak on this.
Well, I liked his response to that though.
Yeah. But I disagree a little bit because I disagree a lot because there is an artist in the city who's ready to get signed right now, and it's Vil.
Phil.
Yeah. And that's undeniable at this point. Vil?
Vil?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of him.
See, that's
I'll
what I
share
think
your
the
music
problem
with I'll share his
kinda-
music with you, and
Okay.
he's been dropping a lot of videos, bro. Like he just dropped 3 videos. He's invested in himself, man.
Go watch that podcast episode we did with him. The whole time he's smoking a fucking blunt. Literally the whole fucking podcast. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
The whole episode he's just smoking.
That's
And
great.
he's
How
cool.
long ago was that?
Probably like
it's been about a year. I
like
think.
last year on this time last year. Yeah, like post episode 150. Probably.
What does he look like?
He looks like a fucking superstar. To be real with you, like
Really?
he's got some star
I mean,
power.
I don't really know him like you, but yeah, I think he has the potential. To
He's
be
the
a
real
star.
deal. And the thing is,
Did you
like,
grow up this guy?
he works hard. No, I didn't grow up with him, but I know people that are close to him, and I just wanted to shout him out. If you haven't seen his "Dying to See" video, go check that one out. He dropped it like a week ago. It's got like 15,000 views.
Will you send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Oh,
But he's dropped about 3 badass videos in the last 3 weeks, man. He's doing the most. That's all I'm saying. And
That's what's up.
I fuck with
That's
him for
good.
real. I fuck with him
awesome.
heavy, man. I've fucked with him on some business shit, and he's the real deal. If Lubbock has an
waiting for the
artist,
link.
if Lubbock has an artist right now that's ready to get signed, it's Hollywoodville.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see what that would mean for somebody.
Yeah, nice,
what that
bro.
would come with, you know.
Damn, that's so crazy, bro.
It's a
I wanted to rebrand Lubbock.
Wanted?
Originally. Yeah, like 10 years.
we're doing that right now.
Well, no. My first failed idea. One of my first failed ideas when I came back to Lubbock was rebranding it because I thought that Lubbock as its own culture was not very dope. So I wanted to recreate that, right?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't a fan of the Hub City. I
Uh-huh.
felt like it was a cool enough name.
Yeah,
So I wanted to call it Hollyville.
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 That's actually really cool.
That
He should
sounds a
name
lot
his
like
album.
it sounds a lot like his name, Hollywoodville.
He should name his album Hollyville.
Yes, bro.
He's got another video he's about to drop with a guy named Peso who's got
That Mexican fool from
yeah,
Houston.
he's got a pretty big following.
That guy's pretty big.
Yeah, Ville's connected, man. I feel like Ville's gonna pop any minute now.
Bro,
I
Hope he
so.
does.
can you connect us with him,
Absolutely.
please?
Yeah,
Like season 3?
I think so.
Yeah, man, I'd love to like just at least give him a couple shirts. Maybe we could rock them.
You need to get a photo shoot, really, too.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
I think that would be dope.
I'll be
He has a
right back.
dope
I'm gonna
look.
get a
That's the next
Something
collab,
cold.
baby.
Yeah, Hollywoodville. Chris
Dude.
Vargas season 3.
Did you drop your phone?
Coming. Dude, for real, tell him I'd love to partner up with
Did you drop your
Yeah.
phone?
Like, for real. Do it right.
Straight up.
Don't feel
Like, I can shoot the video. I can shoot the promo video. I can shoot the lookbook. You know what I mean? Like, I can make some dope content for him.
That's what's up.
So,
Yeah,
just
you
kinda
need to
like,
get connected.
we could use his music as the track for whatever it is.
I mean, yeah, you'll have to figure that out with him, but I can
But,
see
yeah.
I can see some good things
No,
coming
absolutely.
from it for sure.
That's what I would do. Have you as a cameo, as an extra.
But yeah, and you know, and talking about rebranding Lubbock and talking, you know,
I think that's what we're doing right now.
it's something I thought about the other day because as a young dumb person, you feel like you got to have an opinion on things, and when you're ignorant, it's kind of a natural thing to speak on things that you don't like or speak negatively about
Right.
things rather than constructively.
That's why I'm doing this TikTok series.
Yeah,
I'm being pro-American because of all this fucking
it's all
anti-American
stuff.
talk. I'm going
It's a good
pro-American,
idea.
baby.
Yeah,
I feel like that only just like I don't ever really try to speak on anything that I don't have an alternative solution to. Does that make sense? Just because I'm like,
yeah.
When I
It's-
hear-
it's not constructive.
When I hear people are like anti-Lubbock and hate Lubbock, I'm like, you're gonna face the same problems everywhere you go.
That's what I was
You
gonna
might
say.
as well fucking just suck it up and do it here.
When I was young, I used to talk a lot of shit about Lubbock. Honestly, up until recently, I talked about how I hated it here, blah blah blah, whatever. And a lot of my negativity, honestly, came from just like bad family ties,
yeah,
being obligated to people who aren't doing well, and so they drag you down in different ways. But and even I used to even say ignorant shit like America doesn't really have culture, which is the most ignorant fucking thing anybody could ever
Wow,
say.
that's a wild thing to say.
I know.
Wild Boy statement.
And I
Texas
rethought these
culture.
statements. I rethought all these statements. It's like, first of all, when it comes to American culture, it's like America sets the culture
we
for
are
the
the
world.
we are the culture.
We are the culture for the entire human
It's
species.
one thing we still sell is like
for
that.
the human species.
Yeah.
You know, the human history is based on what the fuck's going on in America.
Nobody watches European football. You know,
Yeah.
nobody follows.
It's crazy. But
The
to
European media.
to get back to the Lubbock thing that I was trying to get out is, we need to embrace that this is a tough place to live. It's a tough place to do anything. It's it's a tough place to be full of shit also.
yes, bro.
And so that's the thing. It's like, if you make it here, you're the real fucking deal. If you have enough balls to step up to a microphone, whether you're singing, whether you're dancing, whether you're fucking on a podcast, whatever, you're the real deal. And if you're not, your shit's not getting off the ground. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once we crack Lubbock, then the sky's the limit at that point, because the last person to make it out of here fucking was Buddy Holly. You know what I'm saying? He died in a plane crash.
There's that girl from
coming
the
for
Dixie
us?
Chicks.
I know there's other people. There's good people, especially musicians, country musicians, but
Josh Abbott.
Josh Abbott,
He's not really from here, is he?
He's from
he's from
Idlewood.
Idlewood.
He's from where
He's from
Swag's
he's
from.
He's the
Homeboys
second
town.
famous person from Idlewood.
He used to live in Toledo with his stepdad.
He thinks he's tough, man. I don't know.
I've heard he's a douchebag.
I'm not gonna talk no shit.
I'm like straight up. Like a lot of people
I've
talk
also heard
bad
that
about
too, though.
him.
I'm just
Hey,
It's
this is not a show about hating.
Yeah. Let's keep it
Show.
just
positive.
what people have said. I don't know.
No, we don't.
I'd love to have him on the podcast, dude.
I was saying this.
Well, if you want to come talk, we can talk, man.
Man, I can make.
peace.
You know what's funny is I'm kind of connected to him in a way. So my mother-in-law's best friends with his mom, and so they always see each other every time he comes into town. They go to what is it called? The
Jab.
Jab
Down.
Fest. Yeah, Jab
Did
Fest.
you know his dad?
Yeah, I knew his dad.
Electrician. So my dad used to know him.
He's a
because-
carpenter too. Yeah,
Yeah, because my dad did tile, so they would do the
Yep.
same houses.
his dad was something.
Weird
else, though.
fun fact:
His character.
Josh Abbott bought his first pair of cowboy boots from my brother.
Nice.
Didn't we
Yeah,
have this conversation one time?
I don't
Was
know.
Josh Abbott related to Greg Abbott?
no, he's not. No.
Did we have that conversation?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't
I'm
know.
not speaking on Greg Abbott on these podcasts.
all right. Let's change it up. Let's
I will not speak on that motherfucker.
Let's get back to what we were.
He's almost more
What
polarizing than
Swag is
Kanye.
saying is that we are.
We got to be proud of being from here.
That's what the 806er said. He's
And
like,
we
if you
have
can
to-
make it here, you can make it anywhere.
We have to embrace
it. When he said that, everything in my life clicked for me because it made sense.
Yeah.
Like, it is insanely hard to make it from here because there's no organizations to do it
There's no
here.
opportunity.
That's
You have
what
to
me.
create your
That's
own
what me and the
opportunity.
806 are doing. I would like
Yeah,
to think.
that's what you are doing.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
are. We us and
You're
a few
building
other.
the foundation, and it's just taking a lot. That's what I'm at.
But
with
I'm
season
glad.
3.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like,
Everybody,
it's-
breaking through.
Yes,
You know, I
bro.
was thinking about this is like when they do like like an origin story movie. I
Yes.
feel like that's what this point in our
You know that 50 Cent
our
line where he's
line
like,
is.
I'm the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found.
Yep.
I'm the underground king, and I ain't been
I
crowned.
love that song. That's Many Man.
Yeah, many men.
I love that song.
That's
my
how it is,
favorite
and that's
song.
why it's like, okay, eventually this is what happens, right? What do? We show up every week, even when it's hard. We make it happen. Even when I know I'm a fucking hard person to get a hold of and put in a chair at a certain time. So are y'all though. We all go out of town. We all got something going on, but we still show up, right? And when we show up, we get a little bit better. We get a little bit more comfortable on the mic, whatever it might be. We get a little more chemistry.
I'm uncomfortable off the mic now. I am. I'm like, I want to do it. I want to be on camera.
You're like, why are the cameras not rolling?
Yeah, man. I record everything now.
Need a reality show.
That's how I am now. It's so fucking second nature now. I'm like, where the fuck? We're not recording this?
Yeah.
This is good shit.
Hilarious.
And
It's like the Osbournes need the Perez.
y'all ever just pay attention to what's going on around you and notice some funny ass shit going on?
What happened?
Everything all the time. I'm just
now
telling you.
I'm sober.
I see funny shit. Okay, whether it's like a fucking squirrel chasing another squirrel, I saw that. Whether it's like some funny shit. Okay, so for example, we were walking through the grocery store and we walked by the aisle that's like lotion, and I see this cholo ass dude with all these tats, but he's like sniffing the lotion. Like,
You want to know what I see?
Was that Cholo doing me?
but I mean, like,
I hate
I see
scented
funny
lotion.
shit, dude, all the time.
I hate scented lotion.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Does it irritate your skin?
It irritates me. I don't. Not my skin. I fucking hate that.
What
shit.
about sweet pea? You ever smelled that?
No,
Sweet pea?
I like it on other people. I don't like it on me.
No, bro. None of that, bro.
What'd you say?
Put it on
There's a
sweet
flavor
pea.
called sweet pea. I say flavor, but scent.
Yeah, I used to whack off with it back in middle school, so it brings back a lot of memories.
Whacking off with no porn is the worst
Like,
thing.
how's
ever.
that up?
I just want to throw that out there for the people.
Yeah, so good, bro. You're hilarious.
Set it up.
Playing with
see it
yourself
coming.
without
Gabby's like,
porn
I'm
is
not
the worst thing
impressed.
ever.
So you're off the knock, but you're still going.
I
on?
have to, or I'll lose my mind.
You like?
But
I would say
And
lay
your
off
data
it.
bank slow. And
I would say lay
Oh,
off it for a little
Philly.
bit.
Have you found any new way to tickle the pickle?
no, it's just.
Standard.
I feel like if you go out of your way to do it,
Reverse
then it's
grip?
a sin. You know, like if you make it too much, then
What
it's
if
a
you-
sin.
Have you ever tried just throwing the reverse grip out there, stationary, but then you?
Like fucking my hand, like actually fucking my hand? No, I might
Did you
try
ever get
it
a
now.
flashlight?
They said I might try it now.
No, see that's too much. I feel like
That's too
pointless.
Much. That's
I have
where
a
you draw the
girlfriend.
line.
yeah, I have a girlfriend. I don't need that shit. You know.
I know. That's what doesn't make sense to me. That's why I'm like, bro, that's not. You're already getting all the best parts for free. Nothing.
Not opposed if I was single to pay for it. Just letting y'all know that out there. Would you pay for
You
pussy?
still gotta work for it though.
Would y'all pay for pussy?
I mean, I think
if prostitution was
dinner.
legal, would you pay for
I
it?
think technically, if you're in a serious relationship or if you're married, you're paying for pussy.
That's true.
To be really honest with you,
You gotta work for it, huh?
100%. Yeah.
Nothing
That's what I
free.
told. That's what I told him. I said you still gotta work for it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's never free, but
it's never free.
it's never free.
You ever think
But
what
it's
sex feels
always
like for a
worth it.
woman? I feel like it's a lot better. Tell like a tangent story
No, it's a
real quick.
playgirl.
Can I tell a tangent story real quick?
You're hilarious. I wish I could be in it though.
I was on a roof, very steep roof, listening to.
Well, how'd
Joe
you get up
Rogan.
there?
I was putting lights, Christmas lights. I was listening to Graham Hancock. What's the guy's name?
Graham Hancock,
And
Randall Carson.
Randall Carlson, Joe Rogan, the latest one.
What were they
Great
talking about?
episode. Lost Civilization. We can get into that,
Let's
but
go.
it was getting deep, and my phone kept fucking clicking back to the beginning. And I was getting super pissed. I was ready to be off the roof. And it's fucking Chris using my goddamn Spotify account at the fucking store. And I was like, every time I'd go back to mine, it would go back to the beginning. For like 5 times. And I finally figured it out. It was your fucking account. My account's logged up in yours.
Well, I logged out already.
Thank you.
Nice, but I didn't know that it was logged in under yours.
Fucked up.
It hurts.
Yeah, dude, it was looking bad. It's been looking bad this whole time.
It hurts. I tried to tell you. I think it's scratched.
Yeah, it's scratched pretty good. You need to
Why
wash
are you
it out.
freaking me out?
Wash it out.
I couldn't tell if it was my sunglasses messing with me.
No,
It looked like I could see something.
this is a man.
I can see the scratch on your eye.
This is a man worried
Yeah, I
about
feel
his
like a
son.
relief.
Because these sunglasses are polarized.
Yes.
So whenever I have these on, I can see the scratch. But when I take them off, I can't see the scratch.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. How dope is polarization?
It actually is
It's
pretty
incredible
necessary.
with sunglasses.
I love
It's
it.
incredible.
Non-polarized
Genuinely
sunglasses suck.
incredible. It just sucks when you're looking at like LCD screens. Sometimes whenever you go put the gas, you're like, oh crap, I can't see anything.
Especially when you're near water.
I hate wearing sunglasses whenever we're in here recording, but it's just necessary.
Bro, I love it. I love wearing sunglasses all parts of the day.
I like how bright it is, though, whenever I look outside my sunglasses. How red are my eyes?
Probably looks like mine.
John Redcorn.
My boss said that he went to the eye doctor,
Uh-huh.
and the eye doctor told him that you're supposed to wear sunglasses anytime you're outside.
Yeah.
Like being in direct sunlight's not good
Yeah.
for your eyes at all.
All right. It helps with
I'll be
longevity.
staring straight at the sun. We talked
Yes,
about
bro.
this.
Yes, we did talk
Oh,
about
you
this.
and I talked
Yes,
about
we
this. I
talked
remember-
about this.
Remember when
Yes.
that eclipse happened?
Yeah.
Like last year or 2 years
I
ago?
was staring at that, too.
There was all these stories. I can't believe the news actually did articles about like guys in the 60s because like they didn't know anything. Like a bunch of people in the 60s went blind because they stared at the sun to look at the eclipse.
Is that a real thing or is that propaganda?
Dropping acid.
What's your sources?
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
If we're gonna question everything, but
Shouldn't we?
I know there's dumbasses.
I'm telling you, you can stare
I
at the
know there's
sun.
dumbasses that did it last time that it happened. So.
I'm telling you.
And he's kind of educated.
Even-
so.
Even Trump did it.
Like fucking Dale too.
I'll be staring at the sun, y'all.
Even Trump did it.
Even Trump did it. Oh my God. Hilarious.
Trump, you're no longer the man, my guy. Sorry to admit.
Damn.
Shout out to Ron DeSantis.
You think Greg Abbott still done
You
that?
like how you can like who you like and still
Yo,
be a good person.
Question. Real question. Did you go watch Black Panther?
No, I'm gonna go either tomorrow or Sunday.
Ooh,
But I already know the outline of it. I know
gay.
they hate Mexicans. The directors of Black Panther hate Mexicans.
The Mexicans die.
Shout out to them. Hey, did you watch it?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I can't say. I can't say.
Yeah, I don't give
I
a
will
fuck.
not say. I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Is that a
But-
valid
or
statement that
anything.
they hate Mexicans?
I'm
Well,
not saying
okay.
anything.
Listen, I'm surprised you hadn't made this connection. That podcast with Randall Carson, Graham Hancock. Okay,
Mine,
the Mayans, yeah.
dude. Y'all need to watch Lost Civilization.
But isn't that in
Ancient
Black Panther?
Apocalypse.
Isn't that the
I
character?
mean, it's just based off that culture.
Right,
Yeah.
but I think it's based off that character.
Was it good?
Tenochtitlan, what's his name? Tino
It's-
Tenochtitlan or whatever.
It's
Teotihuacan.
Teotihuacan.
Tenochtitlan. So there's like kind of evidence now. I'm not an expert that the Mayan story and it's
You
kind
know
of the
you're not an
Incan
expert.
story is he came from the east and he landed on the shore. He brought
Civilization and
civilization to these
mathematics and
people, but they believe that
architecture.
Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock believe that there was a lost civilization that was really advanced,
Yeah.
and that they were probably way more connected
Mhm.
than we realized, and that he was probably from Atlantis that got swept in the ocean, and so the people that survived Atlantis went across all these cultures and was like, "Hey, we got to rebuild civilization. This is how we do it." It's kind of and it's weird the politics that go into archaeology. It's what they talk about
Oh
in Joe
yeah,
Rogan
absolutely.
and how they just they want to believe humans came about 6,000 years ago, like advanced humans.
Crazy.
These guys are suggesting like hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that I know you've said it before that they came from South America, like
Yeah.
the Indonesians and like all them
Yep.
had advanced enough technology to sail across the ocean and land at the tip of South America and go up
Yeah.
instead of through the Bering Strait.
Exactly.
How crazy is that?
Fucking weird, man.
It's
'Cause all that shit
complete
was frozen.
opposite, right? Like complete opposite.
Yeah,
of
they
what
want to
we
suppress
know.
the indigenous people as much as possible.
Apparently, whenever the Spaniards invaded in the 1500s,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean, you gotta look at the times. They rounded up all of the artifacts, all of the books,
Yeah,
and burned them. And they were like, that was the evidence that we needed now.
Exactly.
Because they built a fucking church on top of I think the oldest known,
Pyramid.
the biggest pyramid in the world that people don't really even know about. It's in Mexico. It's the biggest one. It's bigger than like land wise,
Oh, wow.
and it's built on top.
bigger
of
than the Great
So
Pyramid of Giza.
There's 4 layers to it, and
Dang.
the deepest one is like the first one, and then they built. That was the whole spiel of it all. Is these civilizations that mainstream archaeologists talk about.
Yeah.
They were just built on top of older ones.
Absolutely.
So they took the material and they reworked it and built on top of it.
That's what's so fascinating is because, okay, think about something like mathematics and how complicated it is. So where's the origin of that?
I was hoping they would have gotten to aliens, but they didn't. But
It's all tied in. I promise.
So Randall Carlson is going to come back on Rogan because apparently they've been working in secrecy in the Maldives
Nice.
on ancient technology, and they've been building machines from this ancient technology that they've like trying to figure out. So using sound, so they think this is probably how the people were able to move these rocks without combustible engines and oil. It was through like
Sound, audio,
there's a
waves,
fucking word for it, but
resonance.
you burn something and then it captures all of it and it burns it again. So it's a never ending like energy. It's fucking insane. It's weird. You got to go watch the Rogan, but that's what they
Dark
believe.
I'm kind of glad I didn't. I'm kind of glad that you were explaining it to me because I trusted you.
Yeah,
Dark
this is the episode through my eyes, but it's also weird how it's all suppressed and it's all because in that Mexican pyramid there's a fucking room that they shut off. They're like, you're not allowed in this room. They took everything that was in it out. Nobody knows what the fuck was in it. Who knows? You know, there could have been
Crazy.
Do you
And,
think it's because we're really the royal people, but we're treated like slaves?
I mean, could be. Who
There's
knows?
a lot of ego involved in all that too. But I didn't know this. So they were talking about in the episode, they talked about Atlantis. I didn't know because apparently the story comes from Plato, but it was Plato's elder who went to Egypt. And he was like, where are you guys getting all this fucking information? And that guy was like, the Egyptians at the time told him, our ancestors had a fucking big city that we learned all this shit from. And there were some books from the Book of Alexandria that allowed these conquistadors to draw maps. And they were able to draw things that we hadn't discovered yet, like Antarctica, islands that weren't there. So everybody's like, what the fuck? The evidence is there. You know, and all these civilizations talk about a great flood, a man that came from the flood that rebuilt.
Dude,
and it's fucking.
How exciting is it that we live in this time?
It's fucking amazing. You got to go watch it, man, because I'm doing it no justice. It's fucking
Damn.
crazy.
No, you know really what it comes down to is like how intelligent of a person are you, right? A lot of people are wasting their time and their energy thinking about bullshit, porn, pop culture,
Getting paid.
Kardashian.
They're trying to
JPEGs and GIFs.
wasting time. But I've always said this too, and it's not just because I'm a stoner, but there's so much interesting things to ponder, and this is one of the most interesting things in my opinion. And it's fascinating that we live in this time where we get to see all these things develop in human history, whether it's the internet or the declassification of UFOs, or even just discovering the true history and the past.
Yeah.
Because we've been given such a bullshit story. Like, I'm just grateful that we have all this at our disposal and all the information is being presented to us so neatly and like.
You know what's crazy? They
amazing.
talked about too, because this is actual like mainstream and it's proven. The Younger Dryas impact theory.
Yeah.
So there was this big comet that broke apart 12,000 years ago, roughly, and that's what
Triggered the ice age.
hit
to
the
melt.
Earth. And
12,000 years ago?
so here's the crazy thing, though. It's still in orbit, the little parts that are broken up. Yeah. And in early 1900s, in the Siberian forest, part of that comet hit the Tuscan. You can look it up.
And knocked down a whole forest. 2,000
square miles of forest just Dude, from here, from El Paso to Houston is 800, 900 miles. Can you imagine if that hit across America?
Yeah.
It would just wipe out, or Europe, or
Luckily,
Asia.
I'm good.
So that's why they're talking about it too. Like, it's important we talk about this because
It could happen again.
It's almost like we're due for another event like this because that thing in early May and in like the time in May and in October, Earth goes through orbit through that area. And every year we go through that orbit of that comet.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
If the choice is between.
And we see some badass shooting stars too.
Yeah. Well, that's mainly what happens. But what happened in Tuscan was fucking insane. Like,
dude, I'd be watching shooting
15 megaton nuclear bomb.
Bro, I seen one the other day when I was riding my bike, son.
Yeah.
At night. It was beautiful.
Dude, you got to time your acid trips whenever there's meteor showers. and then spend the whole acid trip outside, laying in the grass, just looking up.
Man. That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's what's up.
But yeah, it's fucking fascinating, dude. So that comet that hit, that's what melted the ice caps, right?
Yeah, and flooded the whole Earth. But it happened over 1,000 years. But it happened so frequently, like
Yeah, that's
in
crazy.
1,000 years, and that's why they believe that the Sphinx was actually there before the ancient Egyptians came.
Yep.
Something the civilization before them built it.
And you can see
it
that
was a
because of
lion's
the
face.
erosion.
Yeah, and it was a lion's face, and because of heavy rainfall from this, it eroded it, and then the ancient Egyptians came and they put their religious the Sphinx face. Like I think it was the pharaoh at the time.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't match with the Sphinx head actually, so like you can. It's crazy.
You can tell it's been changed a lot.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, because it's not.
What a wild-
it's
Even
not
that was
proportional.
built on something. Like they were
What a
saying that
wild
these things
idea.
were all built on aquifers and springs. All these pyramids. That's where they were probably built on top of them to venerate like the rain god. Yeah, dude.
That's insane.
It's fucking insane.
I've been to the Eiffel Tower, like the actual one in New York, and
I thought you were saying in
there's
Paris.
a building. My bad. No, I'm just saying like New York. No. All right.
I was
hear
like
me
the actual one in New York.
out. No, because there's
Hold
a
on.
bunch of different replicas. There's one in Vegas, but I went to the actual one, and off to the side there's a whole building.
The Statue of Liberty?
Yeah.
You said the Eiffel Tower.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You said the Eiffel Tower.
Statue of Liberty. My bad.
Oh, you confused the hell out of me.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, it's a story. Like they changed out so much from it. It doesn't look like the original, and they changed it out like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So I believe you. Like that's insane to think that they would change it up like that. But that makes more sense.
That's why you believe me? He's never gone.
What are we at?
He just talks a lot.
We
We're
good?
at an hour,
Yeah, we're good.
2 minutes.
One love,
We'll
guys.
back out before all of that.
He wasn't
Stop the-
fucked
All right,
up.
let's wrap it up.
Stop the
Let's wrap it up.
porn.
He just has
One love.
fucking
I got you. Yo.
Yeah, I heard it.